to lift off. If you look up, you can even look online so that you know that we're not just making this up. You know, there's a very incredible energy that's moving in these next couple of months. We have been promised through our sacred texts that um, the the level of sacred love of people and consciousness has raised so high in these last years due to you and me and the work we do, that we are tipping the scales at this point, where this light workers, this light energy is overdoing the dark energy. They always have to be here together. We can't have one energy without the other. But when one seems to overdo the other, then we live in that place. And so here we're tipping the scales back to the light energy. And this is moving us toward the 21st specifically of this month, which is so many planets coming together and the equinox and so many amazing things energetically happening. And so we're a part of that. We're not separate. You know, when something happens within the planets or within the stars or within the galaxies, we're part of that. And so when we co-create and co-participate with that, we feel that energy. We feel that, can we say, enlightenment, that awakening, that awareness. Mm-hmm. And so one of the things that my son and I did was we put together a 21-day program from the 1st until the 21st, and we have almost, I think, 50 people that are doing it with us. And it's between eating certain foods and reading certain kinds of things that my son's writing about this time period, to chanting and all kinds of chakra work and everything. But one of the things that is truly powerful is the mantra that we're using during this time, which is a simple mantra of I am. I am. You know, one of the things that I think when I first began my yoga journey, 1996, pretty long time ago, I thought everything had to be difficult, right? It had to be really hard to actually mean anything. But the truth is that once you come back to what is really simple and divine, it's so sweet. It's something that's really just I am. And so the I am is the minute that you allow yourself to see yourself as pure beauty. The I am is the time where the flow is love and love flows, time where love is flowing and you just feel yourself in that. You don't have to have it created by anything outside of you. I was thinking this morning when I was talking to myself about this energy that's flowing. So I was thinking about the teachings of Saraswati, the goddess Saraswati. And so there is the god Brahman, Vishnu, Shiva. And these are the three energies of creation, sustaining, and destroying. And they're not just one person, they're all of us, right? In any moment we have this creating, staying the same or having whatever is right in front of us and then dissolving. We all have these energies, but Brahma had such this place of having this stillness, and out of his stillness the energy was something has to be created. There's a world of energy here that's whirling and twirling. Something has to be created. And when he looked into this world of chaos, but I keep thinking that chaos in our language sounds like something not good, right? But he looked at this place of chaos and said, there's something missing here because this chaos does not have intention. This chaos doesn't have a flow. And so into that, he created Saraswati. Saraswati is that idea that we have intention within this chaos and then we create flow. So as this energy comes into us in these next 2 months specifically is what it says. As the energy flows, as there's a change of consciousness, and it may look chaotic, is why I'm saying this to you. It may look completely crazy, right? And I'm sure you've heard in many different ways and circles that the world is going to get even crazier than it's gotten up until this point. But in this chaos, when we place ourselves with intention and begin to flow with it, then we create what Saraswati has created, which is the beauty of the world. So bring your hands together at your heart center. With your hands at prayer, I bring to you the idea of Hanuman. For Ram, the god essence, asked Hanuman, who are you? Who are you? And Hanuman said that when I'm confused, when I'm in chaos, I serve you. When I'm in chaos, I serve you. But when I know who I am, the I am you. I am divine. for each and every one of us. Know how divine you are, and then you live from that place of I am. Inhale deeply. Release your hands down, open your eyes. Come onto your hands and knees. Make it a little cat and cow. Cat and cow, move your spine. It's beautiful to be able to give all of your insecurities, all of your challenges to the I am. And see yourself as trees, Mother Nature. No matter how gnarly the tree looks or how the rose has lost its shimmer, the wisdom is never released, the I am is still pure. Can we find that stillness in the chaos? And when we look for that stillness in the chaos, we will find that we here can create. It's if we whirl and twirl in the chaos that we get confused and worried, fearful. Beautiful, everybody. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees deeply here. Lift your seat high. And then cat cow here. So moving into your lowest part of your back. The moment you see yourself as I am, and I'm not saying you'll see it today, maybe you will. But the moment you see yourself as I am, you see all beings as love flowing. Does that sound like a good idea? Press your legs back to straight, drop down through your heels, reach up through your armpits, lighten up through your wrists. A lot of work. And then walk your feet up to your hands, standing forward bend. Inhale the arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale the arms out and up. And feel yourself taking in all that energy that surrounds you. Keep going. Go slow. I wonder what it takes for each and every one of us to feel that energy that surrounds us as the energy of support, guidance, direction. Next time you reach up, take your arms up to the sky, interlock your palms and press straight out. Press up through your thumbs and press up through your pinkies. And then bend your knees slightly and send your butt back. Just slightly. Yes. Good. Now keep as much of the lift in your side body as you can. You're almost in a chair, Jane. And then clasp your hands behind you and bow forward. Drop your left hand to your outer right ankle. Take your right arm to the sky. Push your inner left thigh wide, nice and wide. Let your jaw release here. And then try the other side. Reach through the fingers, open through the chest. Release the hand down. Step your left leg back behind you. Stay in a low lunge. Walk both hands inside and do some hip circles. So nice long lunge. Lift that back heel up. Hips in a giant circle. I know it's warm in here. Take that circle in the opposite direction. Is it too warm in here? Yeah. Okay, hold on. And then come to stillness and walk your hands to the upper left-hand corner of your mat. Send your butt back. Maybe come down to your elbows. Maybe put blocks underneath your elbows or stay right where you are with straight arms. Walk yourself back in and take your right arm up to the sky, twisting. Take your arm over your ear, lengthen. Press your butt back as you're lengthening toward the front of your mat. Good. Take that arm as long as you can. Gorgeous. And then release that hand down. Step your back foot in just a little bit. Go straight on both legs. Parsvottanasana. Wiggle your hips side to side. And then come to the place that you perceive to be that neutral place for your hips. And then I want you to press your inner left thigh more to the left and your inner right thigh more to the right. Scoop your low belly and bow deeply over that leg. Hanuman is the teaching of the leap of faith to I am. You live your life as I am. What is I am? It's without putting all the extras on. I am this, I am that. I'm pure consciousness. Parsvottanasana. Right foot forward. Nope, you're still there. Good. And then lean into your right foot, swing your left leg to the sky, standing split. Try to turn your back toes down to the floor. Breathe so sweetly here. Keep those back toes turned to the floor so your hips stay nice and square. And then lower your left foot down to meet your right foot. Bend your knees, reach your arms forward and up, chair. Squeeze your outer shins. That's going to really give you that ability to stay longer. And then take your hips way back. Groins back. Good. Rise up to stand. Interlace your palms. Press straight up. And then let your arms float alongside the body. Inhale the arms back up to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, bow. And again, take in all that wisdom, all that energy that surrounds you, that auric field, your auric field. That unknown, unseen, that is always in brilliant wisdom. Good. Next time you come down, step your right foot back behind you, lunge, both hands inside. Circle those hips here. Keep the breath moving. Enter into the I am, and all of our problems come into perspective. That's the beauty. All of our problems come into perspective. Low lunge, your left foot forward, making hip circles. Both directions, circle one way and then the other. Left foot is forward. Yep. There you go, Diane. Nice job. And then when you're ready, walk your hands to the upper right-hand corner of the mat. Send your butt way back. You can keep your back knee lifted or put the back knee down on the mat. Your left knee is pointing right at your second toe. It's not passing your ankle. Kept pressing those hips back. It's really I don't know whether it's just in my body or not, but I love trying to pull my belly away from my thigh. That energy of everything just dropping together can feel kind of lazy and good. But if you pull that thigh away from that low belly and widen your sit bone, so much space, and then walk your hands back in, and your left arm will come to the sky, twisting. Great. Nice, Elena. Arm over your ear, stretch. Stretch, 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 stretch. And release the hand down. Good. Step the back foot in just a little bit. Go straight on both legs. Maybe throughout the class, if I am is a new mantra for you, repeat it. I am. I am. I am. When you rest in I am, love flows. You are love. Bend your front knee, come forward into standing split. Point the back toes to the floor, scoop that low belly a lot, especially on that left leg side. I love how in years past, I could recognize somebody's butt from so far away if I was in a store. Now I can recognize the crown of your head. That is definitely Lorna. That is definitely Elisa. Good. Good things I want to know. I want to know all parts of your body. Well, that sounds creepy, but you know what I mean. Go ahead, step back, downward facing dog. Roll through plank pose. Lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into cobra. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Press back to child's pose. Take a moment there. I was listening to the beautiful teacher Ram Dass speak about the I am. So I love when I'm doing a teaching or offering a teaching, and then all of a sudden something I tune into is the same teaching through another incredible spiritual guide. And he was saying one of the things about the I am, and when the love starts flowing, is we generally think that love is flowing because of somebody else, right? So you meet somebody and you fall in love with them, and you assume it's them that had you fall in love. But what it is they had a little key that unlocked something inside of you for your love to flow, right? It's your love. It's already inside of you. They just opened it up for the, the tailgates, and everything can flow. So once you connect with this I am, and this flow of love, everybody becomes your soulmate. Everybody becomes your everything. You have to be careful, because as you're walking down the street, you're in love with everybody. Just, again, don't be creepy. Good, come on up to your hands and knees. I love you. Get away, wacko. All right, take your right arm out to the right and slide your right arm underneath your left, threading the needle. But you can start in like little increments, like, I love your hat. And in your head, you're saying, I love your soul. But you say hat, like you don't go too crazy so they don't think you need to be arrested. Breathe in and breathe out. Twisting and churning. I love this pose because you get there and you can hang out just there, or you can take a breath and try to twist a little deeper. Beautiful. Come on up and switch sides. I'm sure that all of us can understand what it looks like to have chaos without intention. No? I certainly can. So to begin to create, because that is Saraswati, the energy of Saraswati in you is to create with intention, create the world, create nature, create through nature. Place your mind where you want something beautiful to grow. And then inhabit that place. Inhale, come on up, downward facing dog. Good, step your right foot forward, please. Virabhadrasana 1, first warrior. So we were doing adjusting in last night's teacher training, and I am hoping that through this, that we still do some verbal adjustments for you so that you can still feel our hands on you as we're adjusting. So feel my hands on your outer ribs, lifting you up, lengthening from your side body. Feel my hands touch the front of your rib cage to remind you to soften. And then feel my hands behind your throat to draw you back, leaning your head back toward me because I'm behind you. And then clasp your hands here, take a breath in, and bow forward. Nice, Roz. Get those shoulders up. Maybe take the arms up. Beautiful. Nice, Kim. Great, Jackie, Nancy. And touch down, hands to the floor. Step back, down dog. Take it into down dog. Split right leg back and up behind you. And then move forward to plank like that. Keep that leg nice and high. And then come past your wrist, lower all the way down to your belly. And keep that leg up. Inhale into cobra. Yikes, I thought it was an easy class. And press back down, dog split. Lower that leg down. Shit, what was that? Left foot forward, Vera 1. Beyond you, beyond me, and you and me is I am. Side body gets longer, throat moves back, drop into that back heel. Breathe as if you're taking the breath all the way to the back of your heart. And then clasp your hands behind your back. Take a breath in and bow. Nice, Ruchi. Nice melody. Jane, Linda, Katrin, Andrea, Kathy. Hands down to the floor. Okay, here we go. Back to plank. Left leg lifts up. Take it into down dog split. Roll forward to plank. Keep the navel lifted, rib cage lifted. Go slightly past your wrist, lower all the way down to your belly. Keep the leg up, rise up, cobra, out of chaos, create intention. Downward facing dog. Lower that leg, come on down to those knees and press back into child's pose. Enter into the I am, and all of our problems will come into perspective. And then the idea is that when we see things happening in our lives that maybe aren't exactly the way we wanted them to be, we'll see our karmas unfolding and we won't fight it because we understand the I am. Put it into perspective. When we're not fighting, then we honestly see the magic that comes with it. Dana and I were just talking about with this 21 days, just the idea of seeing the colors of your food, asking the universe for the colors to be magical too. Like today is blue. We're eating blue foods today. Good luck if you want to join us to see what will come up with that for you. There are a couple of ideas. I'm not going to share them with you because they're secret. But try to see if you can eat some blue foods today. Come on up to your hands and knees, downward facing dog. And I don't mean like blue Pez candies. Right foot forward, open Virabhadrasana 2. Gorgeous. Turn your palms face up, become lighter. Right foot forward, Virabhadrasana 2. You got it, Diane. Nice job. Arms nice and high. Diane, you probably can take your legs a little wider, just a little bit wider, so that knees pointing right at that second toe, that thigh is descending. Yes, everybody, beautiful. And then go ahead and take your arms up to the sky. Yasmin, beautiful. Press your palms together and press them straight up. So lengthen, interweave your palms and press straight up. Good, now lean to the back of your mat here. Lean to the back of your mat, and then let your left arm drop down your left leg. Gorgeous. You're a dance. And then straighten that front leg and reach into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Lift your head just a little bit, draw the head of that shoulder back. Beautiful, your hands, your wrists with intention, your breath with intention. Good, bend that front knee. Swing your right hand forward with your block, if you have one, into half moon. If you don't have one, just swing your right hand forward, lift your left leg up. Your left leg's gonna parallel the floor, and you gotta flex that left foot. So lift the back leg off the floor. You got it. And then try to squeeze your legs toward each other, power of the inner lining of your legs. Good, and just for fun, try to bring your hands to your heart center. Both of them. Chaos, intention, and release down, downward facing dog. Right, it never matters if we fall, it matters what does our mind do when we're falling. Falling is a part of learning how to get stronger, but what does your mind do? Take it through a vinyasa of your choice. Beautiful, Anne. Lauren, nice. Tatiana, Patrice, beautiful. All right, left foot steps forward, Virabhadrasana 2. Yeah, this is a pretty wide stance because we want the thigh, the left thigh, to melt toward the floor as parallel as it can get, and then lift that left hip point up a little bit higher. Take your arms up to the sky, interlace your palms, press up. And then slide your body toward the back of the mat, so like you're leaning back. Then let your right arm fall down your back. That's it, nice, Linda. Straighten that front leg and take it into triangle pose. Renee, you're dramatic, you're like in the shadows. Beautiful, Lorna. Nice, Cecilia. Keep your eyes soft here. And then bend that left knee and float forward, Ardha Chandrasana, into the moon, into the divine feminine. Lean into that left hand as much as you can, and then squeeze your legs toward each other. And then just for fun, bring your hands to your heart center. Squeeze legs hard. Oops. Downward facing dog. Good job. It's when you fall, you know you've gone to that beautiful place. Good, come through the vinyasa of choice. Come to plank pose, lower all the way down to your belly, rise up into cobra. If you don't know what that means, press back into downward facing dog. Good, now step your right foot forward. Bring your left knee onto the mat, Anjaneyasana. So if you have blocks here, it'll be nice to frame your front foot with blocks. Because what I'd like for you to do, and if you don't have blocks, maybe your hands will have to come inside of your foot, but I'd like for you to go between hands on blocks or floor with your knee bent to straightening your front leg into Ardha Hanumanasana. Lean back, straighten your front leg. So bring your front leg a little further forward. And in doing this, your knee is going to have to come all the way. When you bend your knee again, you're going to be able to bring your knee all the way to as far as you can towards your toe. So it's a little longer lunge because you came to that straight leg. So move between straight leg and bent knee. Inhale and exhale. Yep. That's it, Jane. Inhale, catch it nice, and exhale. Be in the flow of creation. Be in the flow of creative energies. You imagine your job here. You didn't have the sustainer job. You didn't have the destruction job. You just had the creator job. And all of a sudden you kept creating, but you're like, oh my God, there's too much creation here. There's no intention. There's no flow. And then you reach inside yourself and you bring out Saraswati, the goddess of poetry, the goddess of music, the goddess of knowledge. Good. And then when you come back to that bent knee, lift up your back knee and jump switch to the other side or step switch to the other side. So your left foot will come forward. You're going to be an Anjaneyasana with the left foot forward, right knee on the mat. That works. Good. And then you could take your arms up to the sky for just a moment, take it to that full Anjaneyasana, nice Yasmin, and then bring your hands down to the floor and begin to do that flow from a bent knee to a straight leg. When your leg goes straight and you're just on your heel, dig your heel down and pull it back. Good, Robin. Something very beautiful about rocking ourselves, just like a baby. Rocking forward and rocking back. Good. Next time you come to that bent knee, step to the front of your mat, standing forward bend. Good. Now step your left leg back behind you and walk to the left until you come to the center of your mat. Now I want to keep with that flow. So hold opposite elbows. And then do a half circle over towards your left foot and bend your left knee. And then half circle back to your right, like you're doing a sideways figure eight. And go side to side, bending one knee and then the other. So each time you come toward the knee, you bend it. In the flow. Good. Next time you come to that that right side, stay there. Let your left hand hold your outer ankle. Keep the knee bent for a moment. Take your right arm to the sky. Squeeze that shin in with your hand and start to straighten the leg, nice and slow. And then go to the other side with the knee bent. Right hand holds the outer left knee. Squeeze it in. Take the left arm to the sky and begin to straighten that leg. And walk your hands back down to the floor. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. And come forward to plank pose. Lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into cobra. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. And then lower your forehead back down to the mat. Bring your hands wide onto the sides of your mat, so even off your mat is nice, but your elbows are still bent and your hands are in line with your rib cage. Yeah, you could come onto fingertips here. Stretch out through your toes and then lift up your head, neck, and chest into that intoxicated cobra where you just swing yourself from side to side. Get into your rib cage. Nice, Susan. Miss Allison, Ronnie. Nice, Jan. Good, and lower down, turn your cheek to the side. Anything in your energy fields involves closing your heart, you cannot afford to do it. So we're in training now to stay open, open heart. We've been in training all our life, but now is the time that the universe is saying, don't close your heart to another. You can't afford it. Don't close your heart to Mother Nature. You cannot afford it. And in doing this, don't close your heart to yourself. Feed yourself well, nourish yourself well, say nice things to yourself. And if you think that placing a little post-it with I am around in your house or in your car might help, go for it. Turn your cheek to the other side. We also then seek out those that have that key to unlock that love to flow inside of us. The more we settle into that I am, the more we have the flow of love coming at us. All the magic appears. And here's the thing, and I know this sounds like, are you kidding me, Sheryl? But dreams manifest faster. Just try and see. See, this is the thing. Try it. Try to live in this place of the I am and then come back and tell me what happened. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward, come back into Vera 1, first warrior. Stand in that truth, stand in that place of awareness, consciousness. These poses are not haphazard. They're here to have a stand in that grace. Grace under fire. Bring your hands to your heart center. Lean forward and take your back leg up, coming into Virabhadrasana 3, third warrior. And then let your hands float down to the floor. Squeeze your legs toward each other so that back leg comes more parallel to the floor, and float your right arm up to the sky. Bring your left foot down to meet your right foot, forward to meet your right foot, bend your knees, come into chair. And prayer twist to the left. Breathe deeply and pull the crown of your head forward just a little bit more. Nice, Nancy. Touch down, step back, downward facing dog. Nice, Diane. Roll forward to plank, lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into cobra. Navel stays in, rib cage stays lifted. Throat back. Downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward for Virabhadrasana 1. Soften all parts of yourself here. But in that softening, there's pure strength. Good, Susie. And then from here, bring your hands to your heart center. Sydney, Melody, beautiful. Come forward, fly, my friends, into third warrior. And drop your right hand down to the floor. Take your left arm up to the sky. Bringing your back foot up to meet your front foot. Come into chair pose. Right foot up to meet left chair. And then prayer twist to the right. Pull your head and heart forward, pull your hips back. And then touch down. Turn your feet wide and come into squat. You get confused. Serve. What does that mean? Do something for another. Make food for soup kitchen. Go and bring food to the different places that are accepting food for others. Do a random act of kindness. Good. Lower your seat all the way down. Feet are in front of you. Bring your hands behind your back, fingertips pointing towards your butt. Bend your elbows here and sink back so that you can even tuck your chin and let your rib cage fall back a little bit. And then go ahead and lift your chest and straighten your arms and lift your seat off the floor, butt up. And then lower your seat again, bend your elbows, sink back. And then pull your shoulders back, lift your chest, straighten your arms and lift up. And do that a couple more times. Just feel that amazing offering of every time the heart explodes forward, the higher heart, physical heart. And then next time your seat comes down, lift your legs out in front of you for half boat pose, Ardha Navasana. Bend those knees, squeeze in, chest up a little higher. And then plant your feet again, place your hands behind you and come into the table. And then move between table and half boat. Flow. Good. And the next time you come down, plant your feet, move your feet as wide as your feet away from each other, as wide as the mat, and then drop both knees to the right. Place your hands behind you and turn to look behind you. Your hands will turn with you. Yeah, that left arm can come over the other side. So you're twisting all the way to look at the back of your mat. Yep. Now some of you can come down to your elbows. Some of you stay with straight arms. That's it, Ronnie. Beautiful. And then bring that back up and drop the knees to the other side. Twisting, 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 leaning down onto your elbows or straight arms. So eat in these days up to the 21st, eat intentionally light, nourishing, chronically rich foods. See what you're feeding yourself through your mind. Read sacred texts, take yoga classes, do your practice. Good, slide yourself all the way back up and then just swing yourself forward onto your belly. Belly. And then reach back for your ankles. So what would you say is a flowing bow pose? Maybe a rocking bow pose. So maybe rock forward and back or side to side. But it's funny, right? As you start to rock, it's awkward. It's definitely not flowing. But stay with it for a moment until you can see where there's more of a flow. Nice, Kim. Yep. Jane, nice. Susan. Great, Alice and Ronnie. Good. Beautiful, Anne. And Kathy, and then rest. Nice, Patrice. Ram Dass went to his teacher Maharaj and he said, how do I set myself free? You know, he's in India with his guru. He's at the foot of his guru and you just expect that most enlightened answer. And his guru said, feed people. And Ram Dass was like, I guess he didn't really understand what I asked. Because what the hell, what kind of answer is that? So he said, no, Maharaj, how do I become enlightened? And Maharaj said, serve people. Be in the flow of love. Enlightenment doesn't come by having an agenda. It comes through love flowing. Turn over onto your back, please. Make sure you have space above your arms because we're going to do a flowing bridge. Plant your feet, bend your knees, plant your feet. And then arms are alongside the body. You're going to inhale the arms up and over and lift your hips. You're going to lower your hips and take your arms down to the side. You're going to inhale, lift your arms and lift your butt. And continue like that. Make sure your shins are hugging in toward each other. So you're still using the great blueprint that we create. And then from here, next time your butt comes down, hug your knees into your chest. And then lower your feet down, lower your arms down and lift your hips up. And then lower your hips down, hug your knees into your chest. And continue like that. Intelligent flow, intelligent sequencing. But we don't know. We haven't been given the code to what that intelligent sequencing is for our life. We haven't been given the playbook. So if we return to I am, there's a great trust. We're being guided. The knowledge is there. Good. The next time you bring your knees in towards your chest, take your arms out to letter T. Got to use your belly to do this. Lift your hips and send your hips to the left and your knees to the right. Spinal twist. And then come back up and send your hips to the right and your knees to the left. And just go side to side. You can at any moment just hang out in one. And then next time you come back to center, take your legs straight up to the sky. Palms face out like a letter T, palms face down, and do little circles here. Circle your legs, arms out to letter T. Your arms can be on the floor. Yeah, palms face down. Little circles here. Go in the opposite direction. Good. And then take your right knee on top of your left knee, right knee on top of left knee. Squeeze those knees, keep your arms on the ground. Squeeze those knees toward each other and squeeze your shins toward each other. And what I would like you to, let me say this better, squeeze your knees in towards your navel. And then what I want you to do is pull your shins apart and then squeeze your shins toward each other. Pull your shins apart, squeeze your shins toward each other. Pull your shins apart, keep your knees coming in towards your belly. Do that 2 more times. Great, Jackie. Yasmin, Ruchi, nice. Good, Diane. And then take the legs up, change, other knee on top. Knee to knee instead of ankle to knee. Squeeze the knee right on top of the knee. That's it. And then pull, that's it. Now pull the shins apart, pull the shins toward each other. Pull the shins apart, pull the shins toward each other. Feet are off the floor. There you go. Squeeze apart, squeeze in, squeeze apart, squeeze in. Hang in there. I got one more. One more. All right, squeeze those legs back up to the sky. Last one, last one. Take your legs to letter V, flex your feet a lot, navel in, rib cage in. Slowly squeeze your legs back to each other. Slowly, slow, slow, slow. Watch your neck. Don't get your neck involved here. Pull your legs out to letter V. Squeeze in, slow, slow, slow. Last time. Letter V. Squeeze in. And then let your feet come down to the floor. If you have a block, lift up your seat and put a block underneath your sacrum. If you do not, then widen your feet and let your knees come to touch. Yeah, that'll work. Good. Yeah, nice. I love your creativity, everybody. And then here, just let your breath flow. In the beginning, there's a bunch of creative energy flowing, but nothing made sense. It was chaos. But we also know from ourselves that there's so much chaos and not meaningful and nothing meaning to be hurtful. But at some point we say, let's put intention here. Let's put something that is coming through us to create and manifest what is meaningful. This is the idea of this download in these next couple of months, is that the energies of the world are changing and we had to go through this dramaticness. Is that a word? Dramaticness?
Drama. I said
Drama. We had to go through this drama-ness. Breathe deeply here. We call on that energy of stillness within the chaos. We can always create with intention. When we just live in the chaos, we forget that we have the ability to create from the chaos. So we find that still point that I am. We return to it over and over and over again. Draw yourself off the block or the pillow. Hug your knees into your chest. Squeeze in, roll from side to side, maybe a happy baby pose. And move into shoulder stand or legs up the wall, headstand, handstand. Lying on your back with the soles of your feet together is also a wonderful response to the end of the class. Breathe deeply wherever you are. And begin your slow descent, whether you're in headstand, shoulder stand, legs up the wall. And come back up to sit. I want to do just a short meditation. It's one that I offered in the 21 days this morning, but it's quite sweet because it brings us into a little bit of chaos. And my suggestion is for you to find your stillness in that. The more we practice that, the more we become very good at that. So you're going to bring your thumb and first finger to touch. Thumb and first finger to touch. Elbows alongside the body. And you're going to inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. So you're going to turn. Inhale left, exhale right. So your elbows are lifted. Your thumb and first fingers touching. And you're twisting. Inhale left, exhale right. And in this feeling of moving quickly here, find your stillness. In this feeling of energy, creative energy flowing, find intention. Inhale, center. Exhale, release your hands down and just feel for a moment in silence. Stay here or come down to lie on your back for Shavasana. Begin to deepen your breath. Let your body stretch and yawn in any way that serves you well. If you're lying down on your back, hug your knees into your chest, roll to the right side, come on up to sit. Bring your hands together at your heart center, I am. May we continue to know the beauty, extraordinary energy that each and every one of us are. May we continue to expand on the flow of love. May we continue to do this work together. We are so grateful and fortunate to have each other. Inhale for the sound of Om, deep breath in. Sliding your hands to the space between the eyebrows. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a beautiful day. Make it great.
Thank you so much, Cheryl.